here, maybe. Not quite enough, it seems. Even MMY rotating 6 heroes into that mid lane in the end, but no kills.
Oh, Shiki was really close to dying right there. If he even got hit by like a non-charged power shot, he would have died.
Oh, I bet he'd like a great carry. 3.5 minutes in, it's still in pedestrian mode. Supports are not wanting to purchase one.
And Tyler really has evolved his play. And I think all the giant carries saw CDEC and their success, and they're like, okay, we got to play like aggressive. This, you know, just AFK farming for 20-25 minutes just does not stand anymore.
And he probably comes even for that extra bit of survivability in the early engagements.
It might be hard for him to keep up with Aggressive's farm though, because Aggressive is shaping up to be maybe an early BOT rush. RTK still kind of struggling to get leveled in this bottom lane, and if he commits for fighting items and CDEC is able to, you know, just kind of dodge with the Phantom Lancer and have him BOT in a fight and not die, then Aggressive will be way ahead of this gyrocopter.
Man, the impact of these early wards, Ben, there's been very little successful jungling from CDEC. They managed to... Those wards have played a huge role here in the landing stage.
Yeah, they missed with the second sentry on Q, so no pull for Visage. That's, you know, you want your Visage to be 6 as soon as possible, and it's just going to be, you know, post 10 minutes this game.
Looking to make the jump on maybe, perhaps. They do bring the Spirit Breaker towards that mid lane. He's posted up fairly far, but they're going to need the +1. XC rotating in. Looks like he just poked his head out into dire Observer ward range.
It's really risky. If Rubik's there and there is like a small blind spot to the north of maybe, which is exactly where the supports are, and he gets lifted into the right side, he is just dead.
They are going to go for the charge, but it's not the way you might think. They're going bottom, and ROTK has no vision of this. No teleport scroll either, so he's not going to have his way out. He does have the surge available, but the charge continues. Tough. Guards wife will back off, salve up, and ships once more.
It was a nice maneuver by RTK. He sidestepped a little bit to the right, so Aggressive got fogged.
Jungle stacking here for both teams now, Ben. Seems like it's going to be a very economy-focused mid-game as we hit that 6-minute mark. Nobody really looking for those aggressive early ganks, at least not yet. Gyro has hit level 6. The Darkseer about to get his level 3 Ion Shell, and over for CDEC, Shiki. Still need a level 2 Scream. He actually opted for the second point in Shadow Strike. We saw earlier Sumail just taking the 1 point, focusing more on his ability to fight those larger scale engagements, clear the stacks, but Shiki with the lane dominance, unfortunately has
Finals ever bond, and maybe they'll be able to start pulling come 7 minutes, and Q still desperately hurting for experience with just 1 kill on ROTK. But here we see a smoke maneuver.
I think CDEC are feeling like they're not getting enough out of this laning stage. They're going to break it down now. Almost level 7 here, Cheeky making the move on the top lane. This is a very dangerous dive. If Sylar sees it coming, he's going to back off. There's the charge, the fissure as well, but they don't have to follow him. Cutter is the sacrifice on the altar of Sylar. Oh, Cheeky. Lucky he didn't get caught by that shackle. He will survive. Not work out the way they planned.
The Fissure placed on... He wanted to block him off to the left so that Queen of Pain can scream and Sonic Wave and right-click with the DD, and then line, and with the pain is to be leaving the lane.
Yeah, I think that mid ward is probably what did them in. Not even necessarily seeing the charge, but just knowing that Queen of Pain's been off the lane a while. Are gonna find it though, maybe on the side of the Fissure. He does manage to win run back. DDC dropping fairly low. There's the charge. Shackle not gonna connect it. Now they jump on to maybe Quaffle over the top. Maybe will go down. So they look for more. They turn with the call down though. Sylar has arrived, a complete airball from the carry player here of LGD. The Fissure comes in, trapping Sylar on the wrong side of it. The team can't back him up too easily. Almost gets bashed over, and in fact, Shiki jumps in the rocket barrage and barely survives. 30 HP, and away he goes. What a miraculous fight. CDEC just so good in these early skirmishes. Well, they were not even slight.
By XZ right there. That was the perfectly placed Fissure right there to split Gyro off from the rest of his team. I'm a little surprised he didn't take the rune. Maybe actually was able to snag up the bounty, but at the end of the day, that pulled LGD into a poor position.
So Q now is going to grab his energy booster. Looks like he does already have the arcane boots completed. This will definitely be of use for XZ, who's not gotten a whole lot of farm there in the Earthshake. Shiki also will take a bit of a benefit. Curious to see what the build will be for the Visage this game. Oftentimes Q doesn't really go for that early Ags. He does quite often favor like either a Solar Crest or even sometimes getting the mech for the team. So maybe the way he goes this time as well.
I think Medallion's pretty good because they don't have a good counter to Winter's Curse, and you really want that target to be able to
charge top. Garter actually can't. The kill. Rubik is aggressive, will engage on RTK bottom, but tanks the Lance, surges away. So both teams feinting back and forth, but still nobody really contesting the actual jungles where the stacking has been going on non-stop. They did manage to clear out one of the big stacks in the LGD woods as well as the medium camp.
Well, they need a charge to start off the fights, and they don't have any vision into the jungle. So with that, they actually don't know where Winter Wyvern is ever because he's generally just stacking and checking runes. There's maybe two missing.
In trouble here. Shackle will interrupt the charge. There's no Nether Strike yet, but they still want to die for this. This is a pretty hefty commitment, especially with no Sonic Wave. And after baiting out the rotation, CDEC at the perfect moment. Just back off and we'll retreat. So forcing out the 4-hero rotation. Combat looking to be a little more durable in these fights.
Yeah, CDEC are really looking for opportunities to kill, but just with the supports constantly floating in the dire jungle, it's really hard for them. I like to see them get an aggressive Observer Ward down next to the Roshan Pit and try and, you know, gank ROTK and then take that tower out and see how many supports are out there. But instead, I mean, they don't really have the best heroes to take out stacks.
I think they're waiting for the level 6 on Q. It's been pretty slow coming thanks to the camping blocked and all the failed D-wards.
Yeah, it's a good time, but they'll be level 6 pretty soon on Rubik and Winter Wyvern as well.
And that's the scary thing, is LGD are so good at defending once they get their levels up. And already RTK, he's managed at level 7, despite hardly entering the lane. Maybe he's got the max power shot, DDC, the level 2, soon level 3 Splinter Blast, and they've got call down. So
yeah, they're really good at defending in the traditional sense, though, with, you know, power shot coming out and Winter Wyvern Splinter Shard to clear out the creep wave. But what CDEC are banking on is a really chaotic fight. Is like, you know, Vintage Familiars coming from behind. They just swoop in with a Fissure split off the team, and that's the fight that they're looking for. So they shouldn't be pushing in, you know, the traditional, hey, let's group up as 5 with a mech, and you know they want to take them by storm and just catch them out when they're 2, and by the time they TP in, they're already dead because there's people coming in from all sides.
Well, the second they get level 6 on Q, away they go. Literally just clipped it with only 25 experience to spare, and now the whole squad moves top. Shiki is scouted here, but do they fully know what's coming Sylar's way? The charge goes in. Fissure not going to be off the mark. Get off at least that initial from Garter. The call down's dropped, and CDEC say, just kidding, we want to get RTK with the mech, able to turn that one around, combined with the call down, and if they'd hit that Fissure, could have been a different story.
MNY's been in a really good position and really good